Alright, welcome back to another stream. I'm super excited to show off some of the updates to Supreme Heroes, courtesy of the recent influx of testers that have been playing and reviewing the game. Couldn't have progressed in such a short amount of time without those guys and gals, so thank you. And no camera today, but I'm still as pumped as ever to get into today's gameplay. It's going to be a shorter stream as I have to leave here in a bit, but it's going to be a good one, I promise you, so stick around. And if you like the content, please consider subscribing and liking the videos. It really helps the channel grow. Okay, let's get started. So first, one small update is in the main menu. If you go to gameplay, you now have an option here that allows you to kind of skip the game pausing tips that pop up every now and then. So you can turn that off, you can leave it on. As it says there, each tip appears only once per activation, so if you turn it off, they won't appear. But if you turn it back on, that's when it'll reset and those messages will appear again. So if you do miss something that you're not getting during the game, go ahead and reactivate this option here and you'll get those tips again. Pretty helpful, but it can be annoying if you already know the mechanics and sort of how to play the game. So we'll go ahead and leave those off. But I do encourage you to, if you're a first-time player or if it's been a while since you've played, I do encourage you to keep those tips on. Very helpful stuff there. And, you know, it took a bit to work on, so it's there to help you out. But we're gonna turn it off for the purpose of this stream. And, yeah, a couple more updates, especially with the keyboard controllers here. We have our hotkeys. Again, this was a suggestion from one of the testers. Really great suggestion. You know, aside from the hotkeys you already have, these are sort of more hotkeys that are just more accessible for you. Especially these bottom ones: inventory, skills and advances, stats and equipment, quest log, quick save. You know, now you get to have access to those at the tap of a key instead of navigating through the menu, which has also undergone some updates, so we're going to get into that next. But overall, this will allow you to just jump in quicker between, you know, different menus while you're in combat, out of combat. Really helpful here. A new one that we've added just between yesterday and today is this one down here, the final one, cycle through character abilities. So that's a necessary one. Pretty big update there. And yeah, you get to see your different key maps. That's pretty much. Oh yeah, we did add master volume to the sound options, so that's there now. Previously, it was only the sound, music, and UI. Although you could update the master volume through the in-game menu, but now you can have it in the main menu as well. So two different places that you can adjust the master volume now. And yeah, that's sort of the boring stuff. We'll jump into the big new update since the last stream, which is, you've probably noticed it, this new menu button here, Trial by Fire. This is becoming one of my favorite levels to just mess around, play a little bit, and just learn what's available to you, kind of get a feel for the game, both kind of world-wise, mechanics-wise, abilities-wise. I mean, it's pretty much an open-world level where you can just learn about the game without having to tackle the story or anything. So yeah, suggestion from another colleague. So yeah, really, really great there. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do Trial by Fire, sort of an open world combat trials map. So yeah, it'll start you off with this little cinematic. If you haven't done it before, this is kind of what it looks like. So we got our two bosses on a rooftop, and basically it's letting you know that that's kind of the final area of this trials map. We're probably not going to get to that level yet, because there's a lot you have to do in order to get up there. As you can see, it's pretty massive. But we're just gonna continue with all the updates that I've been working on, and yeah, I'm excited to show that. And you can skip this, by the way. Again, all cinematics and cutscenes will be skippable in my game. Yeah, that's kind of expected of games today. I remember back in the day when we played Final Fantasy X. Oh boy, that was I mean, great cinematics, great acting, great everything, but you know, if you've played the game once, you cannot skip those for the second time around. So we've learned a lot since then, but yeah. So one of the other updates that I'm going to get into, well, the second update, let's just call it that. Let's get rid of this guy first. So the second update is weapon collision when running against like walls or obstacles in your way. That one's a fun one. It was one that I had implemented in the early build of Supreme Heroes, and it's one that I kind of just reintegrated into this new build. So, yeah, pretty happy with that. One side note, if you're noticing that this character is running really fast compared to your own, it's simply because I've unlocked the first set of attack acceleration, which speeds up your attacks and sprints by 25%, and I've also unlocked this attack acceleration V2, which speeds it up again by another 50%, so a total of 75% faster than your normal attacks and sprints. So that's why he's a little bit faster than normal compared to yeah, normal. So yeah, to show you about that weapon collision, I need a weapon, and yeah, we need a weapon desperately, because we can't block enemy fire without a weapon. So weapon is up here. Oh, we're at maximum, so we need to go in our inventory and just drop a couple things here. We are going to need some titanium. Oh, no, it's still too heavy. So, we don't need this much steel. We don't need this much titanium. That should do it. There we go. I do want to have a bit of titanium. So, just going to split this until we have 1,000. Drop the rest. Okay, so we have our Lord's Blade here, and since I have some dormant orbs, I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade these this sword here. So let's move it down just to explain a little bit more. We're just gonna combine this with the Lord's Blade, and then watch what happens. Boom! Now it's Lord's Blade Plus. When we re-equip it, so we have to re-equip it to get its benefits. So right now it's the basic one that we have, but if we re-equip it, you'll notice his helmet comes off. This is kind of a visual indication that he is upgraded, that he's more powerful. And this is what you want. So let's go ahead and it's probably not going to shoot at me until it gets a good... Oh yeah, before I forget, that's kind of yeah, that's it basically. So, you know, because I thought it's not exactly a lightsaber, so it's not going to leave a burn pattern in what it's colliding with. But I mean, come on, it's colliding with stuff, and I wanted that much realism in you know, weapon handling. So yeah, let me know what you think of that. It's kind of, oh, and it works when you're sprinting as well. But let's go ahead and take out this turret. Cool. So, as I've already shown a little bit, we have a new menu. Much shorter, much more reduced. Should be a lot easier to kind of navigate, so you're not having to go down through a bunch of buttons. Now it's pretty short and simple. The big change here being equipment and stats, which we've been using. So this is what it looks like now. So as you can see, we have our different tabs at the top, and it starts off with your stats. That's the most important one. You know, you can see your orb gauge, your magic points, basically, your health, attack damage. So, oh, and you know, your difficulty, XP and stuff, your current level, your current orbs. I have a lot of orbs because I've been playing a long time. So yeah, and these are all your weapons. You won't have access to all of these right off the bat. You'll have to do a bit of collecting, but yeah, this is the menu. So if you press your right bumper on the console controller, or the left bumper, that's how you navigate through your database now, your quests, and your inventory. So, so database, yep, everything we've collected so far. Lord's Blade, kind of your Lord's Blade info. It's all there for you, all the lore. You know, you got your combos, what you can do, and it'll even tell you what it can combine with. So kind of like how we showed it a little bit ago. The Lord's Blade combined with a dormant orb makes the Lord's Blade Plus, and that's just one example. So you can just explore, see what it can combine with, and this is kind of your key, your map as to what it can combine with. And yeah, it's pretty fun, you know, upgrading your weapons like that. Gives you a bit of background. And yeah, apparently we collected the scythe in one of the previous levels, but yeah, those bosses that we saw at the beginning, this is their info. So before you face them, you can get a little bit of insight into their weakness. Yeah, all pretty connected there. Let's go ahead and continue with quests. So yeah, you can see your side quests now and your main quests. It's all accessible from one place now, and you can navigate with you know, your right bumper, left bumper, directional key down to see what quests there are. You can track and untrack with the X button on the Xbox controller or the square button on the PS5 controller. I prefer the PS5 controller, but it's all the same. So yeah, I mean, it's really cool. This is kind of the standard, I think, for games, is that your stuff is available from one area. It took me a while to kind of get it to that point, but it's coming. It's all coming together now, and I'm enjoying it thoroughly, and I hope you are as well. So anyway, that was quests, and then yeah, we can access our inventory, And you know, more updates are going to follow because it's not perfect yet. I would say it's like 97% complete this this update, but yeah, yeah, those are the menus there. And the next update, let me just get some health here. Perhaps we have some potions. Nope. Okay. There we go, that's better. And so now we can see what our health is. 125, not bad. Oh, and really quick, we'll just compare our strength. So right now, without any weapon equipped, we have half the damage of normal weapons. But if we just pick the Lord's Blade, the upgraded one, we're now 7 times more effective in battle. So that's what I mean by like wanting to upgrade your weapons, because normally it's a 1, but now it's a 7. Oh hey, got some potions over there. Go ahead and take this stuff. No, we don't need any. Cool. So yeah, the next update is some new VFX for some of your forms. There's 4 in particular, no, 5 that I've upgraded, and we'll start with Droid. So Droid, yeah, so you can see he's got the power of lightning, electricity, but yeah, now we've got some cool visual effects to kind of demonstrate that. And if you're in like a closed area, it'll jump onto the walls as well. And then you just saw it, like if you're running fast enough, you'll kind of go into like a Flash style VFX. He's the only one that can do that. So, yeah, pretty wild there. Yeah, so it's pretty much a lightning flail, but it's only visible when you start attacking because it's made of lightning. Yeah, but yeah, that's a droid for you. And the next one is, where is he? It's Vitro. Let's see. That would be the Y2K. Yes. So same thing. He's got green lightning. So kind of just lets you know what their ability is, or what their element is. So yeah, this guy's got green lightning. Yeah, pretty fancy. And that was an example of a long spell, so it can go pretty far. There is a bit of a wind-up, so you have to time it right with enemies. Hit them just right, and it'll take a huge amount of damage from them, or it'll cause a huge amount of damage against them, I should say. Yeah, so that's Vitro. Let's see, Vitro is this one. So orange lightning. So it's pretty cool. He's got his spear. Yeah. He's got his shield too. And he does pretty much the same thing, but it's orange this time. Yeah. So that affects whatever enemy is in that area, in that radius. And let's see, who's next? Titro. Titro is next with the toxic daggers here, hand daggers, whatever you want to call them. Yeah. So now, in addition to the kind of smoky green, he's got bubbles, the bubbles of poison, kind of bubbling around him. So that's it further indicates he's got toxic energies. This guy also has, yeah, some earth It's kind of like earth and poison combined. And lastly, we have Zytro, one of my favorites. Yeah, so this guy has purple electricity. So a lot of electric type of enemies we have here, but it's not just electric. So this guy has electric and dark, and as you saw earlier, Tytro has electric and earth. So it's a combination of elements, and you can always check out what they have in the inventory or in the stats. So we're Zytro currently, which is Dragon Wing, and yeah, so he's pretty much the demon form. Powers are Supreme Darkness, Purple Lightning, Mega Strength. So yeah, you can just find out more in your stats menu. Yeah, that's always cool. As the name suggests, in the upper left corner, he is literally a buzzsaw, dark buzzsaw when he does that. Yeah, pretty cool. And so yeah, the next update was just kind of showing off a few of these long spells, but as you've seen, you know, we've been doing that. And each one has a different one. So if we go to Lightro, Power of Light, he's got a light one. Yeah. Oh, and let's go ahead and... So right now we have long spells equipped. I prefer short spells. It's really quick. Still does quite a bit of damage, but you know, your long spells do twice the damage, but they take longer to execute, so you know, it's up to you how you want to play. But some other ones we haven't seen are Neptune's Talon, or Hydro. This is Hydro. Let's see. Wave Breaker we saw. Atom Splitter. Oh yeah. This one's a fun one. Oh no, we've seen that one. Okay. Oh yeah, that's another thing, I guess. I now have sort of a slightly different variation on how you block with certain weapons. Not all of them, but certain ones. You'll now see sort of a different style. With Zytro, he has his hand out as well in front of him. And then with Tytro, he kind of... Oh no, wrong one. With Tytro, he has sort of two claws in front of him. So yeah, now he has two claws in front of him. And let's see, oh yeah, and then with certain weapons he'll hold the weapon in front of him to guard. And let's see here. I think that's everything for... Oh, you know what? Let's go ahead and just check out some of the mechanics of that boss. We're gonna skip the obstacle course and just kind of fly straight to the boss, just to get a taste of like what's new with the AI mechanics. And... Okay, so yeah, these are the little purple skull indicates that if you take him out, if you defeat that guy, the other one will fall as well. And they're pretty tough now. A complaint or a note of feedback was that the AI were a little too easy to get through. So now they're a bit more challenging. A bit. I say a bit, but it's vastly more challenging. Yeah, so this one can slow time down. That's what that purple VFX is. Yeah, so he'll do a time freeze. So you want to take these guys out as quickly as possible. And they'll heal, so, and then they'll start blocking you at almost every opportunity. So yeah, you can't cheese these bosses anymore. Yeah. Oh, we got a bug there. Okay. Let's see. I am going to get out of here. Okay, so we got a bug with boss getting defeated, not spawning in right when he revives. That's an easy fix. But let's see. We still have a couple more updates. We're gonna leave this level. So yeah, heading to like any of the borders or any of the mountains will prompt the options to leave or stay. And this will take you to the other kind of testing grounds that we're more familiar with.
You're probably wondering how it all started.
And we can turn off the voice there by going to that red question mark. But yeah, so some other updates are now the orbs have sound effects, sort of ethereal sound effects, a twinkling kind of sound now that helps guide you to them. You can kind of hear it faintly. Yeah, so now lingering orbs can be heard from a short distance away. And we also have sound effects, very faint sound effects, but sound effects nonetheless, for save points. Sort of an ethereal sound effect. I can turn down the music so we can hear that a bit more. Music. Sound effects will keep. So it's a faint sound, but it lets you know that a save point is nearby. We also have sound effects for weapon drops or weapon pickups. Kind of a low hum. Lets you know that a weapon like that is nearby. And lastly, we also have sound effects for the health pickups. So as you can hear, one is on the other side of that wall. Kind of the same twinkling sound as the orbs. Yeah, and your weapon, yeah, it still collides. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, let's see. Sprinting has also been fixed quite a bit. Like if you start sprinting to the side, before it would still drain from your stamina or your magic gauge, or orb gauge, that's what it's called. And it no longer does that, so we finally fixed that one. You'll notice that and it's kind of hard to show here in a video, but if you play it yourself, movement is tighter as well. Doesn't take as long to change directions. It feels a bit snappier now. Yeah, so especially when you're already moving and you decide to kind of like change directions, a bit snappier. It's not like 100% snappy or unrealistic, because I still wanted some realism with, you know, changing direction has to put some effort into it, but not as much as it was before. So yeah, before we attack anybody, we want to go through and show another big change, big update. Can we get everything here? Maybe. Yes. Sweet. Another big thing you'll notice is this big rectangle wall-looking thing, like a prism of energy or something, and these buttons. So you can sort of leave the buttons alone and kind of experiment with it. If you activate your Citrovision, it has these arrows on it, and that indicates it can be wall run or wall ran. So yeah, you can do that, because right now it's a solid, and solids can be wall run. Oh, okay. But then if you activate the green button, it turns into a gravity lift. So now it's not solid anymore, it's something you can pass through. So if we go through, it just pretty much floats you across. And you can stop, of course, if you want. But yeah, you can keep going. And so this will be another mechanic in the game where if you come across like some huge gaps or, you know, ravines, canyons, it'll be a part of the game to kind of activate these gravity lifts or passages to get you to the other side. So yeah, be aware though that if you sort of jump or decide to attack or do anything other than float across, you'll lose your opportunity to access that gravity lift, and you'll have to start over. So it's a one-time passage through if you stay inactive and just move forward or backward. And then yeah, you can turn it on and off with those buttons. Let's see. Oh. So let's say it's already on, but you need to wall run across. Like, say there's no other way to float through it. Like there's an obstacle like within it. Then that's when you would, you know, turn it off and then wall run across. So yeah, you can imagine it'll get pretty difficult, pretty challenging, where you have to jump, wall run, turn one on, float through it, and then continue wall running. It's going to be fun, kind of finishing designing those levels. There's still more work to be done on those levels, but it's definitely going to be fun. So one last thing before we go into the combat, which has been revamped, totally revamped, and I'm super pleased with it. One last thing is the new dynamic weapon evaluation system, and that's kind of like a standard with RPG games. If you notice the little triangle, it's red right now, and and it's also pointing down. That indicates that the weapon you're looking at is weaker in attack damage. And so yeah, you can compare your weapons to other weapons. Right now I have the Lord's Blade equipped, and you can check it out. It says rank 1 and the attack is at 7. So anything lower than that, it's going to have that down triangle pointing down. But when you see a green one pointing up, obviously that means that it's stronger than the weapon you have. So, like this one. This is 14 attack damage. So, yeah, that one's stronger. This one's way stronger. This is like one of the most powerful weapons that you can have in its class. So the epic class, and then we get to the legendary class, which these are OP. These are the ones you need for those annoying bosses. And then 77, yeah, it's definitely the strongest weapon in the game. So if we choose it, nothing, you won't see any green triangles anymore. Nothing is stronger than that one across the board. So yeah, it's dynamic. So when you choose a weapon, it evaluates what's lower, what's higher, and yeah, that one was really fun to implement. It's inspired by, you know, games like Kingdom Hearts, those RPG games where you can compare your weapons in real time without having to access too many windows or menus. So that's a fun one. And with that said, we'll jump into the most important update, which is the combat. And for this, we're going to use the upgraded Lord's Blade. So now, maybe I should give a little bit of backstory. Beforehand, when you did your combos, you had to press the combo button 3 times and then wait. You know, it would kind of penalize you for spamming the input. It kind of made you, it kind of forced you to think and kind of memorize your combos. So if you had a weapon that was a three hit combo, press the attack Q 3 times and then it plays out its combo. That was okay, but now you can spam the attack button and not have to worry about resetting your combo. So you can hear me pressing the button constantly and it just plays out that combo perfectly. No worries about resetting it. So yeah, that's finally been implemented. So now you can just kind of, you can just have fun now and just let the game do its thing. Yeah, it's a lot more fun now. Okay, these guys have the element of fire, which will get annoying if we don't have some fire resistance. Oh, you know what? Check out that revenge meter on the right. See how it's building up? And I just equipped a new weapon automatically. That's what the revenge meter is now. It is sort of a bonus to unlocking your weapons without having to find them. Thing is, you do have to get damaged though, so you have to keep in mind that you know, you're taking damage. You may not get to equip that weapon before you die. So it's just sort of a balance. But now you'll see that it has changed. The weapon is now some dual weapons. So if I get damaged again without dying, see? So I have to build it up, hurry up and build it up, let them damage me to a point. Let me see. I want to equip this one. So let them damage me a little bit more until I evolve. And boom. Now I've got the 7 Cs. And if I continue to, oops. Yeah, these guys can get annoying. Very annoying. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Okay. if I... Okay, I died. So let's go into that again. Oh, wrong menu. You know what? We'll just access it through this one. So now if I continue to upgrade, like if I just continue to defeat some enemies, those weapons will change. So now, boom, now we've got the scythe here. So it's a fun way to gain weapons, and also it helps you out. It, you know, as you're taking damage, it'll heal you up a little bit and give you a chance to dish out some damage before you die. And if we keep gaining experience and, you know, attacking these guys, that weapon will change again. You know, you'll be upgraded and you'll be allowed to unlock the next weapon. Oops. Yeah, these guys are not playing around. Definitely pretty tough. So I always like to have the dynamic claymore because that gives you elemental resistance. And we're just going to continue kind of gaining experience here. So we're at 67 out of 80, 75, almost there. I want to get that next weapon. 83. Boom. Okay, so now that weapon has changed again. Now, if we get damaged to a point, it'll automatically equip the Y2K. So we just have to be careful not to get too much damage. And boom, there you go. Y2K equipped. And, I mean, that's it. I mean, that's... I don't know about you, but, like, I think that's pretty fun. That was heavily inspired by Kingdom Hearts' forms, well, Kingdom Hearts 2 in particular. You know, being able to switch into Valor form, Wisdom form, Master form, Final form. Sometimes they happened automatically during the story, and that's kind of the direct inspiration for your revenge meter. As long as you're getting damaged, it builds up, lets you know what weapon is next, or what weapon to equip in order to gain more and more experience, and it'll just keep going. It'll cycle all the way through. I think a majority of the weapons that you need to unlock, and as you do, you can visit your stats menu and see which ones you've unlocked, and that's pretty much how I unlocked all these. I think it goes up to this one. Like, the only 3 weapons in the game that you have to find or earn are the Atom Splitter, Lucas's Axe, and the Emperor's Axe. So if you continue sort of messing around with your revenge meter long enough, you will gain a majority of these weapons. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Actually, let me go back. These first 4 weapons you can unlock by going through your quick select or your quick pack, and you select them here, and then once you equip them, that's when it'll update your stats. So you'll unlock those first 4 by your quick pack, and then the rest, well, aside from this one, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 weapons basically you can unlock through the use of your revenge meter. So I think it's a pretty fun way to mess around with the weapons while having fun battling enemies. And I still noticed a few bugs, so I'm gonna go back through this video and kind of correct those. But as far as being nearly finished with this beta phase, The beta phase is planned to end at the end of this year, and I mean it's looking like it'll come to a close a lot sooner. So I am still depending on feedback from testers, from fans, from colleagues, friends, family. All these updates depend on you, and you know it's been super helpful to getting Supreme Heroes to this point. Couldn't have done it without you guys and gals. And you know, that about wraps it up for this stream. Yeah, and we'll see you next week. Let's see. Hold on. Yeah, that that about wraps it up, and we'll see you next week with a stream or video. Hope you take care, and we'll see you in the next one.